Roguelites. We have the classics, the story-driven, the underdogs, and the straight-up sadists. They all have one thing in common: they're damn addictive. And so is SULFUR. We are father. Not this one. No. We are the priest, padre, and patron. At least that is what this weird talking amulet tells us at the beginning. Right in the intro sequence we see the most black metal shit ever. Our beloved church burning down in the background. And this stupid witch bitch is the root of all evil and the reason for our situation. Which really sucks, because we are now trapped in purgatory until we get our revenge for all what she has done to us. Luckily, a few other fellows are here to help us stop her crude rituals. Therefore, we found a new church and make it our home. Perfect Random, the Swedish indie studio from Stockholm, takes us to this oddly funny adventure. Currently, in the last phase of early access, this game already does well with a Steam score of around 90%. So let's see what SULFUR has to offer. This game is basically loot, shoot, and die. In good old roguelite fashion, death in a run is almost certainly inevitable. Or it would be, because its extraction mechanic does not ultimately mean lying around as a decomposing corpse is your ultimate fate. While progressing the dungeons, you find shrines that fill your amulet with blood, which lets you teleport back to the hub, if needed. You keep your loot, but lose your progress in said dungeon, a perfectly good trade-up if you ask me, because starting all over again with better equipment increases your chances in the next run. But don't worry. Yeah, this is a cool mechanic, but SULFUR can get pretty hard, especially in the late game, and unavoidable death will occur. And again. And again. And again. It has a roguelike tag for a reason, and dying is part of the experience after all. This means you lose all your hard-earned stuff that gave your goblin brain the little burst of dopamine you are craving for. Sounds depressing? Yeah, it is sometimes, but let this anger fuel your desire for revenge. Next run will be the run, for sure. Most of the time, death is your own fault, since the game gives what it needs to survive, if it feels like it. In good old roguelite fashion, your loadout varies between utterly dogshit or a divine blessing by the gods. Every weapon, every upgrade, every scroll you collect can make the difference at the end. This brings us to the upgrade system, a part of the game I really enjoy. It's so much fun turning a literal pea shooter into a weapon of mass destruction. So here's a little tip in how it works. Step 1. You have a weapon that is already leveled. Step 2. You drag your scroll, oil, or attachment onto it. Step 3. You realize you fucked up big time because your ability to read was not used enough and now your best gun is a literal water pistol with a sniper scope. Ah, fuck. The sky's the limit and experimenting is super fun because many items have pros and cons. I really enjoy trying things out since upgrades are found quite frequently, so most of the time it's not worth holding onto an item. Furthermore, inventory space is sparse, so use what you get or sell it before you lose everything. The inventory uses a classic grid-based system, where every item uses a set amount of backspace with its unique geometric form. Since I'm a certified item holder in video games, I always feel like a complete failure every time I'm forced to leave my 20th item I definitely needed behind. I mean, I could just leave the weapon I never use for my 5 items I also never use behind, but nah. More so, I sat there for 10 minutes trying to figure out how I could fit all this definitely useful stuff inside my bag. I mean, I still have some space in my home base locker left, so why not fill it up with junk that I won't ever use? Cluttering your inventory to the brim in good old Tetris manner is a great thing, but finding this one item you actually really need will confront you with hard choices. Do I need this cool new weapon I could use when I found ammo for it? Or the 15x I found 2 rooms ago? This gets even more amplified when the merchants come into play. They're scattered around the dungeons when they feel like it, and will happily buy all the junk you came across. Cash for equipment, so even more eggs would fit in my bag. Nice! Now for real, I often ended up with an almost bursting inventory and wasn't even able to pick up more eggs, because none of these suckers would show up. In other runs, almost every room had one, sometimes even the same merchant 5 minutes apart from each other. This gets even more frustrating when the game decides to bomb you with all kinds of weapons, armor, attachments or other stuff, but there's no one you could sell it to. Or you find a really good boomstick with like 5% of durability, but no repair guy for 30 minutes. I mean, this is how randomness and roguelikes work, but this needs a bit more love from the developers in my opinion. Talking about randomness, SULFUR is not your ultra hardcore teeth grinding inducing roguelite title with a skill ceiling above the stratosphere, like for example The Binding of Isaac. But it can get quite challenging. Especially in the beginning of your playtime, death will come and you will see yourself playing the first world again and again. Goblins, don't worry, it's nothing personal. Or is it? Nah, it's not only my burning hatred for this little bluish green shit that brings me here now and then. When losing all your progress to a stupid death that was definitely not my fault, and having nothing as a backup in your egg-filled storage, the first world is a quick and easy way to loot some weapons and armor that gets things started for later levels. Other than that, every time you end up as a human fertilizer in some shithole, you don't lose everything. A percentage of your hard-earned money will be sent to the magical mailbox in front of the church. It ain't much, but it can be enough to see yourself buying a much-needed gun at your local gun shop. A small tip I can give you that saved me, especially in the beginning of the game, a lot of time is that depositing not needed ammo and money into your storage for later runs is always a great way to boost up later progression. Enough talk about the fun gunplay for now. Let's address the elephant in the room, the art style. Yeah, okay, I just wanted to talk about how freaking cool this game looks. I really dig a unique and interesting art style. And we have so many pixel art games, which I really enjoy, or super realistic ultra 4K textured graphics, which are also super cool. But seeing developers doing something unique is what pulls my interest in like a magnet. I will be honest with you, the first time I saw this game be an extraction roguelite dampened my interest a bit. But the vector-based minimalistic art style generated enough interest for me to buy the game instantly when it came into early access. They're using today's sprites that turn and always face the player like they did back in the day. It's a super cool concept for a modern game and sadly quite rarely used today. This combined with a characteristic color palette for each area makes every corner of the world interesting to look at. They even use layers for the enemy sprites, so it gives the illusion of an organism with organs and bones. And yes, depending on the caliber used, you can blow right through them. Tons of blood, bone fragments, organs, flesh and other particles after each gunfight is such a nice contrast with the otherwise minimalistic world. This is one of these games where it's just so damn fun to go back and appreciate how much freedom you have brought to these guys. As a roguelite, dungeons are always randomized. The game uses pre-made rooms, just in different orders with enemies, objects and all being placed differently each time you enter said dungeon. Additionally, enemy variety is there, with some neat ideas here and there to spice things up. For example, shooting the mask of the cultists in Area 2 makes him execute the Dishonored one. Cool little detail if you ask me. Other than that, the gunplay is fine, with every gun having their own specialities. See it for yourself, I don't want to spoil anything here. But all this keeps the runs fresh, while still having a little surprise here and there. Little secrets, chests and other useful stuff makes exploration fun. Sometimes you even find a little wall you can open with an explosive for some delicious loot. Pretty cool. Talking about delicious stuff. When you find out how amazingly detailed the cooking in this game is, a whole new world opens up. Was it necessary to implement it? No. Will most players see all there is to cook? Also no. Still, it is as detailed as it is, which means they lied to us. It's not a roguelite extraction shooter. No, it's a cooking game with shooter elements. And I hear you asking, oh Dave, you're such a funny and attractive fish, and I admire you with every cell of my body, but isn't the cooking not just a small part of the whole game? To this I would say, yeah, probably. But still, I spend way too much time gathering all kinds of ingredients just to try out recipes I know from real life. Some of them somehow exist in the game, of course in a less detailed variant. It's impressive nonetheless. I mean, SULFUR has around 400 cooking recipes by now. Fucking 400. Most of my playtime, my inventory was filled to the brim with a shitload of food, ingredients and other junk, so I was forced to reorganize my stuff for 2 minutes just to fit in a new weapon somehow. This sounds almost like complaining, but no, I like it. It's so funny to me they took such a small part of the game that could have easily made simpler with basic health packs or a healing well or something like that. But no, they took it to an extreme and I love it. Just for comparison, all Cooking Mama games combined have 500 recipes. SULFUR alone has, at the time of this review, 400 recipes. It's just so funny to me. But yeah, what's the point of all of it? Not much, to be honest. Most foods are basic health items, and I believe in butter sandwich superiority. Some give temporary buffs, cleanse debuffs like poison, or give bullet time. Other than that, the recipes are a good way to earn a bunch of money you can spend on ammo or weapons. Just imagine being low on health only means one thing: a full-fledged mukbang. It won't heal the wounds, but it will heal your soul, and I fucking love the idea behind it. It's almost like Skyrim. Don't get me started about the load of guns, armor, attachments, enchantments, and oils. You can literally build the most stupidest loadout imaginable just with the upgrade system alone, but diving deep into this rabbit hole would make the video way too long. Let me conclude it like this. SULFUR is a real sleeper hit in the roguelite genre, and version 1.0 is around the corner. I really hope this game gets the appreciation it deserves after the full release in late 2026 on PC and console, and the devs keep adding stuff. So far they're very motivated. Keep it up, guys! One little rant at the end. I really don't understand who the fuck thought the stupid hedge maze level was a good idea. I already hate hedge mazes with a passion, but being chased by almost unkillable enemies that run as fast as you are is so fucking stupid, only true glue sniffers could come up with. Please, Perfect Random, this remarkable game really does not need this shit as frustrating and boring entrance for Area 3. Nah, the game is great. And that's SULFUR for you. I owned this game for so long and I'm so happy to being finally able to talk about this gem. Now I would love to hear from you. Have you played the game yourself, or are you willing to give it a try soon? Let me know down in the comments, I would really appreciate it. Until then, I'm Dave the Dace. See ya and have a good one. Bye.